This is probably the dirtiest I've ever seen Seoul, saddest thing in Seoul that I've seen. Prime real estate for Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be diving into a major transformation project happening right here in Seoul. After living in Seoul for 12 years, I've seen a lot of transformation projects going on around the city, but particularly here in Hanam-dong, there is a new town reconstruction project that is going on that really has me interested because I kind of feel like Seoul is disappearing. I mean, really, first of all, when I come into this neighborhood, which is called Bogwon-dong, it's called Bogwon-dong, I'm like incredibly surprised because this is probably the dirtiest I've ever seen Seoul can be. And also this area is like eerily quiet. I don't hear any people walking or laughing or talking. The only thing I hear is like the sound of the sewage. I don't know if you can hear that. So I heard that a lot of the residents here have been evicted because the city government is preparing to renovate this area and they're installing like new high-rise buildings. Well, there's a person there. First person I've seen. There's a lot of mosquitoes here too. Sheesh. They're moving a lot of people out of this area. Actually, they are evicting them. But I also heard one of the mainstays of this area is that it's affordable for people of all classes to live. And it's also a very diverse neighborhood as there are many members of like the LGBTQ living here, elderly people living here, even some students and some teachers as well. And I'm guessing like because this area is like right in the heart of Seoul, the real estate, the property value is extremely high. So it bodes well for the government to use this land to redevelop so they can make more money. However, from what I've heard, from what I've read from various articles, a lot of the people who lived here can't really find any other affordable places to live. So it's causing the housing market, the apartment market in other areas of Seoul to skyrocket. Seriously, there are so many mosquitoes here. It's like I'm their first meal in years. All of this area has been evicted. All the people have been evicted. Everyone's been put out, and just look at all this trash that I have to like go through in order to get up. Could I go up there? I can go up there, but I'm super scared. The mosquitoes will tear me alive. Oh, look at this door. Why is it so trashy here? Check out this building here. They even have it walled off so like none of the roof can like fall on people, I guess. But I mean, I haven't seen any people here at all. So, I mean, I would say people are still living in this area. It doesn't look like it's completely abandoned, but I mean, like, I think that there's no people here at all because the way these doors are, it just looks like, yeah, definitely, look at this. Like someone can just easily open the door. I think all these places, yeah, definitely. Look at that window. So check this out. So now we're back on the main street and right here, it doesn't look like there are any evictions going on or any displacements. Just looks like a normal street here in Seoul. But as you walk down the street a little bit more, you can see there are a lot of buildings over here being closed down. This is definitely interesting because this is a real estate office for this area and there's no one inside. It's been abandoned. So yeah, I guess they aren't renting any more apartments in this area or houses in this area. They're just gonna tear it all down. My goodness, gentrification is hitting hard. All of these buildings down the street are empty. Like no one's in any of these buildings. This is very strange for me to see in Seoul. I am not used to seeing this many abandoned buildings. And as we turn this corner, there are cars here. So it looks like there are people around here, but I don't know. Not after seeing all of this. This building is locked. Okay, definitely no one's in there. I'm a little scared to go up here because, seriously, these mosquitoes are killing me. Yeah, so the government forced all the people to leave their homes. Of course, they didn't force them to leave in a very aggressive way. I think they were given enough time, according to an article that I read, enough time to look for adequate housing before they had to leave. However, this area was, I guess, kind of like a haven for people who couldn't afford to live in the new gentrified properties that are springing up all around Seoul. You can just imagine how these people like felt, you know, having to leave their homes after all those years, and you know, having to come up with extra money in order to find a place to stay. Every corner I turn down, I'm just seeing like, this is the, I guess this is the negative side of gentrification. I think there should be changes and there should be like reconstruction and things for older neighborhoods, but not at the cost of people losing their homes, and definitely not at the cost of the vibe and color of the city. Yeah, after living in Seoul for like 12 years, I'm used to seeing like funky buildings like this. It looks like a building in Seoul that I saw when I first came about 12 years ago. Around this area, you know, they're starting to disappear. The buildings are just disappearing. I mean, this building right here is in a horrible state. It should be remodeled, but I don't know if it should be remodeled at the expense of losing like the color of the towns. It's so funny because it's like, as soon as you cross the street over there and you look across over here, the buildings look not new, but they look in much better condition than the buildings that we just came from. So over here, there's the place where we just came from, and now we're in a more gentrified area. Yo, at least they have this rotisserie chicken over here in this area. Man, I love these restaurants. Usually inside the rotisserie chicken, there's like rice and dates and garlic and other stuff inside, so it's like amazing. Look at all of that juice just like dripping off. Yo, this is like a completely different world on this side compared to the other side. So I just met another guy in the street who wouldn't let me film him, and he wouldn't let his voice be used on the video, but he told me that a lot of the people in the area where we visited, even though they were kicked out, the government said that they were trying to build like more houses there, but the newer houses that they're going to build, they're not going to be as affordable as the older houses. He thinks that only like rich people are going to be able to live in the area. This is probably one of the like richest areas in Seoul, or maybe even Korea. Like all of the new apartments that they're building over here in this area, like only like rich people could live in. Yeah, it kind of looks like Seoul is just making all of the new buildings look very, I don't know if this is artistic or not, but for me it's kind of bland. Like how the older villas and older buildings here in Seoul look really give the city a lot of flavor. Okay, now we're getting to an area of Hanam-dong that I'm not familiar with. This area looks a little more developed than the other area where we came from. So I'm guessing like if we go straight up this road, maybe we can see more of the dilapidated buildings that we saw earlier. Yeah, definitely this is the more affluent part of the area. We can see tourists around here taking photos. There are some swanky coffee shops. And then if you look up this road here, there aren't any like signs of trash or evictions or anything like that. They've got some German restaurants around here. They got some Italian restaurants around here. They have French restaurants and cafes in this area. So I can understand now why the government wants to gentrify or redevelop this area as it's called, because look at what I'm looking at now. It says Royal Embassy, or excuse me, Royal Thai Embassy, Seoul. So there are diplomats around this area. Probably if you're having embassies in an area, you want to place the embassies in places where the city looks really nice. So you have a high-scale boutique here, or upscale boutique rather. And this boutique is just in the area where we just came from. So like right up this hill is that area. So I wonder like if there's some kind of demarcation line, you know, really nice looking buildings on this side, and then the other side there are like the torn down, evicted buildings. These apartments are right behind the embassy and they look very upscale. This apartment building actually says Noble House. So I'm imagining not nobles living here, but people of means, people who have some coin in their pocket. And also here, this street is a marked difference from this area up here. You know, it's just some meters away. You can see the difference. Very clean streets down here toward the embassy. Right outside of the mansion-like apartment building, there's just like trash here. And I believe it's because Now we're approaching more buildings where people have been evicted. The weeds are just growing and being let loose. All right, I'm gonna do some serious investigative journalism here. Get up these steps. Yeah, I don't think I wanna go there. It looks like tons of mosquitoes, but this area is very run down. And I'm not condemning Seoul for gentrification or redevelopment of its areas. But one thing that is very concerning to me is how Seoul and other places in Korea are really losing, what makes it Korea, what makes it Seoul. Like even when I go to the countryside, there are some cities, smaller cities or towns in the countryside where you can't really see the old style Korean buildings anymore. You're seeing like redevelopment, like in this area here. Redevelopment is good as long as the people who are being moved out of their affordable domicile can relocate comfortably and affordably. So if these apartments and these villas are any indication of how the other area, how Bogwan is going to be redeveloped, I don't think the people who once lived in that area will be able to afford those new redeveloped apartments. Well, but even here at the end of the street where there are a lot of pristine apartments in this very affluent neighborhood, you can see signs of redevelopment as well. A lot of people have been evicted here. As you can see, furniture has been thrown on the streets, and all of these apartments are empty. They put this tape here just to make sure no one goes in. It's like danger, safety tape. And I can understand why. First of all, there are tons of mosquitoes. If you get bitten by any of these mosquitoes, I'm pretty sure you're gonna catch something. We're doing some investigative journalism today, so let's risk it just once. So broken glass, all kinds of trash is here. Trash is over there too. There's a persimmon tree. Is that how you call it, persimmon? And I can go down here, but I don't think I want to. Yeah, I had to leave, not because there was a lot of trash and stuff and broken glass, even though there was, but yo, the mosquitoes over there are so freaking aggressive. Like, I'm pretty sure that I need to go home and take a shower immediately. I don't know if those mosquitoes are carrying diseases or not. Man, I have never seen any place in Seoul or Korea that looks like this. It's crazy. Even in this parking lot, there's a car here. So it looks like there's someone still living here, or maybe across on the other side. But look at how dirty this is. Yeah, now I'm like really starting to think, like, is this the saddest part of Seoul? Because just being in that area like puts me in like depressed spirit. Like I've never seen anything like that before in this city. Yo, seriously, this is a funky little setup. You got your stairs, you got your tunnel right here. Ah, okay. Gucci store is there. That means we must be in Itaewon proper. Korea and her stairs. Oh my goodness. Okay, this area is cool. There's like a nice mix of funky and like old, or swanky and vintage. So people live here in this area, but they're still like conducting commerce here. And remember, as we're going on this journey, I stated before that Seoul did not aggressively evict these people. I was told, and I researched, that they were giving enough time to find suitable places to live, possibly even giving grants by the government. This is so weird. Like we just came from a really posh area, and now we're like back in the trenches. I'm not mad at Seoul. I'm not. Like, you need to redevelop your city to keep pace with all the other international cities, big international cities like Tokyo and New York and places like that. But man, it's just, I've never seen any part of Seoul looking like this. Look at all of this. Oh my goodness. I mean, from the looks of it, like of all the wall art and graffiti, it looks like this area used to be like a thriving art hub, especially like, look at these stairs here. And we also passed some other stairs where there's a lot of nice art painted on each step. So yeah, I'm thinking this area was a nice little art hub. I'm tired, excuse me. Art hub for the people who lived here. But now it looks like they're all gone. Yeah, these are the kind of roofs that I'm used to seeing. I love these kind of roofs. Something about them that just makes me feel like I'm in another world. This is the most magnified the lens can go. So this area here is Bogwan. That's where we were, or part of the area where we were. And you can see that all of those villas over there, there's no one there. They've all been evicted of their people. But this street is very interesting. There's some Haji Korean food. So this is halal food over here. There's only one restaurant open. This bakery is closed. This place here is also closed. And right behind us, there is another building where the people have been evicted. Oh my God, what a ghost town. What a ghost town. And I'm assuming this is like the Islamic section. What's the proper terminology? Someone help me out. But right here, there's the mosque. This is my first time seeing the mosque here in Itaewon. But this area is just, it's dead. You got the convenience store that's open. That is a funky wall right there. Oh, this wall as well. Nice color. So yeah, definitely this was probably an artsy section of the city. But man, this doesn't look like Seoul. It doesn't look like Seoul at all. You guys let me know what you think about the redevelopment going on here in Seoul. Do you think the government should forcibly, evict people from their homes, non-aggressively, of course, have them move into other areas where possibly they can't afford the rent after they've been living in their homes for such a long period of time? Just look at this. It's like the backdrop of a movie taking place during or after the apocalypse. This is interesting. There's actually a bus that comes through here. I don't know if the bus is gonna stop and drop people off or not, but I mean, it comes through here. I'm gonna try to come into this mosque, but there's no one here. So I've actually never been into a mosque before. Whoa, reminds me of being back in Uzbekistan. So they're also doing some remodeling here as well. This mosque is very colorful though. Purple, green, darker green, white, and then pink signs. Yeah, very colorful mosque. Okay, now looking over the expanse of the land, I can see why this area, Bogwan, is being redeveloped, because it's like right here in the center of Seoul. Like you have Lotte Tower. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit. You have Lotte Tower right over here, and then there is the Han River right here, and then Bogwan is right there. That's prime real estate for wealthy people who can afford the new property that will be built there. That's it. That's my tour of Bogwan, and man, it kind of got me a bit depressed. Like, I think that is like the saddest part of Seoul, the saddest thing in Seoul that I've seen. Seoul is changing so much. Seoul is really becoming like more of a concrete jungle that is a bit unrecognizable from how it looked when I first arrived. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Let me know, what do you think about the people being evicted? Do you think they should have some kind of like recompensation to help them find other apartments around Seoul, or have they been given compensation? If you are more aware of the situation than I, please let me know, because I'm learning about this area and I don't know everything. So please help me out with any information that you have. So yep, thanks for watching. Love you guys. Hope to see you in the next one. Be good. Stay hydrated. Peace. No, not again. Okay, one more time. Stay hydrated. Peace. Okay, we'll work with that one.